crafty friends. Thank you for stopping by to see what I'm going to be showing you today. So it is April 25th and I'm doing a SheetLoad rewind. So this is an optional video for the creative team members. And this month we are rewinding back to April of 2022. And this was before I became part of the team, because before that I would always print mine out in black and white. So that's how I remember. But I do have a video that I did create with this because I was still doing the sheet loads even though I wasn't on the team. So I have provided a playlist in the description box and as an end card at the end of this video, so that you can go see who decided to join us this month from the creative team in doing a SheetLoad rewind. So if you want to go see what everybody else has made, you can use that playlist link that I have in the description. I have also provided the video link when I created my cards, like I said, back in April of 2022. So that is also in the description box as well if you want to go see what I did back then. So this printable yields 8 Fun Fold Mini Slimline cards using 6x6 papers. And it currently is in the vault that Crafty Owl has. But I have also provided a video link from Crafty Owl where she will explain how to download this printable for free before it heads back into the SheetLoad vault. And this is for all of you who are not a channel member. If you are a channel member with Crafty Owl, then you don't have to worry about it being in the vault or not being in the vault. You have access to all of them. So I almost decided to sit this one out this month because I am not a fan of slimline cards. However, since I donate almost all my birthday cards to the church, I decided it would be okay to join in on the fun. So let's look at my cards and the products that I used. So first off, I wanted to say that I am using this paper pack here from Not Too Shabby called Be My Honeybee. And I'm using 4 papers from this paper pack. And these are the 4 that I'm using. And I decided to make them different because what I'm going to do is, or what I have done, is I'm using this side and this side for each of the cards that I made. So then that way I get 2 with this design, 2 with this side and this side, 2 with this, and then 2 with this and this. So I really liked doing it that way because it just gave me such a variety. So here are the cards. So here are the first set. And I am using, again, this Year of Flowers has become one of my favorite stamp sets. And so I'm using this again. So there it is. And how I did my coloring of my flowers, and I'm using the same flower on all the cards. But what I did is I brought in my markers in various colors, and I brought in a little block. And basically what I did was I just colored the color that I wanted on my block. And then I picked it up with my blender pen, picked up the ink with my blender pen, and did my coloring on all my flowers that way, since they were so little. And I just thought they were so cute. Now, all of them have the pear pizzazz that I colored on their stems, but not all of them have the same color on the background here. So this is pear pizzazz in the die cut that I used. And the sentiments I did with the cinnamon cider because that's the same color of my card base. And then On the inside, I added white, which isn't called for in the printable, but that's because I wanted my card base to be a color cardstock. So, and then because most of the papers you'll see have things related to bees, I brought in these little, uh, they're called tiny bee trinkets. And I've put one little bee there down there at the bottom on all my cards. I just think it came out so cute. And let's see if I have my little notes here. So for the cinnamon cider on the flowers that I use for my markers, I did Grapefruit Grove, and I think that was it. I think it was just Grapefruit Grove marker. But I just kind of, made it dark. I just kept going over it a little bit more closer to the inside. And then on all my flowers on the inside, I'm using my marker Cinnamon Cider. So I think, and then like I said, the leaves on this is Pear Pizzazz. Okay, so that's my first two. Then we have this one right here. And this card base is Bumblebee. And I just think it's so cute. And what I did on this one was I colored the flower with Bumblebee and a little bit of the cinnamon cider marker. And so you can see that my center, has a little bit of that cinnamon cider coming out from the center there. And then the die cut leaves on this one, I picked pistachio pudding. And then all my sentiments are stamped with Always Artichoke, which is a retired color. So there is that set. Okay, then the next two is this one. It's just so hard to decide which is my favorite. But this card base is powder pink, and the sentiments are stamped in Pear Pizzazz. The flower I colored with the powder pink marker. And then the die cuts on the leaves for this, I pulled in a piece of that paper that's in this paper pack, and I just kind of die cut the leaves out of that. So you'll notice they have a different look. But I wanted that lighter look because this whole card seemed to be more on the lighter side. So there is that set. And then my last two is this one. And my card base is So Saffron. The sentiments are stamped in Cinnamon Cider. The flowers are colored with So Saffron and a little bit of Cinnamon Cider. And then the die cut leaves is Pear Pizzazz on this one as well. So there we go. There are all my cards. I just think they are so cute. I love them. Even though I'm not a big fan of slimline cards, but they are really cute. So I think the church will really enjoy them. So there we go. I think they came out cute, and I thank you so much for stopping by to see what I created. I have a link to my Stampin' Up! Store in the description box if you would like to support me and shop my store. You support my small business that way. And I appreciate you supporting my small business. It helps me to keep creating here on YouTube. And you can also support me by clicking the like button, commenting and sharing my channel with your crafty friends. And I also have my affiliate links on how to get 15% discount on the craft mats that I use in my videos. So if that's something of interest to you, you can always get a discount for that. And then I get a little bit of cutback from that. So that's another way you can support me. Okay, well, until my next video, have fun crafting. And remember, choose joy. And may God bless you all. Bye-bye.